Gonna wait a few minutes to see if anyone joins us. And then we will get started. I have to figure out how to make my scheduled link go live on my phone. It like disappears. Love Mercury in retrograde and all of these retrogrades happening. All right, we're gonna get started. Make sure you have your mat with you and your light to moderate weights. I'm using 5 pounds today. I have my ball. If you don't have any of those things, that's okay. But welcome to your mat. Today's class is all about structure, support, and expansion. With the moon in Capricorn opposing Jupiter in Cancer, we're asking, where am I limiting myself? What would it feel like to move like I believe in my own growth? Expect to feel your glutes, your cores, your inner thighs, and those shoulders come alive as we ground into strength while softening into possibility. We're leading up to the Aquarius full moon, so today's work sets the foundation for future vision. Let's open the space in the body and the mind. Grab your ball if you have it. Your feet will be flat on the mat. Ball goes between your inner thighs, close to your groin. And you're gonna take a moment to lie all the way down, checking in with your mind-body connection, using your breath. Close your eyes if you want to, wrapping those hands around the ribs. Fingers in the front, thumbs in the back. Start by taking a deep inhale, kegling, directing the air to the sides and the back of the ribs. Give that ball a squeeze. Exhale, belly falls in, hugging the organs to the spine with those abs. Engaging the transverse abdominal, the deepest muscles in your body. Take another inhale, kegling. Roll open your collarbones, finding your best posture. On this exhale, right where your thumbs are, sink the armpits down, engaging the serratus muscles, your latissimus, helping the shoulders to shift away from the ears. Belly still pulls in. One more breath like that. Kegling, zip in the belly, press the armpits and the lats down, shoulders stay heavy. Fill up the back of the ribs. Exhale, sink the tummy in, blow all that air out. This is the breath for the whole class and the rest of your life. We're going to bring the bottoms of the feet together. The ball will just fall. Hands come behind the head, wide elbows. You're trying your best to keep your neutral pelvis, no Steve Urkel postures. Keep that tailbone heavy. We'll start with our inhale. Exhale, abdominal curl. Warming up that spinal column. and activating our abs. This is 4, 5. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Trying to keep the butt crack heavy on the floor. Almost halfway done with these abdominal curls. We have 10 more. Now your head can weigh up to 20 pounds. Make sure you're really making a pillow with the back of the hands, allowing the neck to rest. Getting deeper into those abs. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, exhale 2. Keep it lifted this last one. Little pulses going up and up. We don't come down. You have 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. Good morning to those abdominals. Stay on your back. I just want to check to see if anyone has popped in to class. Yay! You're here. All right. Send me a message if you're here so I know who you are. We're going to keep on keeping on. Lay back down, chest facing the ceiling. This time, you're gonna bring those hands behind the head, wide elbows. You exhale, push into your right foot, bring the left knee into tabletop. Inhale, place that foot down. Exhale, and push into that left foot, float the right leg up to tabletop. Inhale as you lower it. Add the ab curl, bring the knee into the chest. Lower the head as you inhale. Exhale, other thigh comes up to the chest. If the ball is bothering you, just push it out of the way. If you want, you can hold the ab curl and bring one leg at a time, taking that same marching. Maybe the foot doesn't go all the way to the floor. Maybe you take a single leg toe tap, but you're making sure you're not changing the shape of the leg. Exhale as you lower, inhale as you lift. Last 5, 4, you have 3, last 2, one more time. Finish it off. Make sure both legs are even. Lower the head and rest for a moment. Give yourself a squeeze. Massaging that spine. Circle in the other direction. Let's get back into our variations. Heels together, toes apart. Your ankles are reaching up to the ceiling. You have this diamond shape between your thighs. If you hate it, don't do it. Drop the heels down, releasing those hip flexors. Take your ab curl, rotate to the right, stretch the left arm behind the head, back to the center, other side. Getting into those obliques. You can rest in the middle if you want. This is 3. 5. Push those heels together, trying to keep the shoulders off the floor. Take a break whenever you need, and the feet can always go on the ground if that's better. This is 7. Hold this 9th one. Extend your left leg to 45. Bring the right knee in closer. Stretch that left thigh up and lower. If you hate it with a straight leg, Bend your knee and take that single leg toe tap. If you hate the rotation, don't do it. You have 5. You could even do a single leg stretch if that feels better. Last 3, 2, hello abs. Last 1, come through the center, extend the right thigh, stretch the right arm, lower it down and up. Taking the same modifications if you need. You're either doing a single leg toe tap, a single leg stretch, or you're taking a leg lift and down. Last 3, 2, last 1. Both knees in the chest and relax for a moment. We have one more variation here. Legs up to tabletop, hands behind the head. We ab curl, double leg stretch. Bend the knees, lower the head down. Ab curl, double leg stretch. Keep sipping that belly in, knees in, lower down. 8 more times. 7. Last 5. Feel free to keep your head down. Your abs will still work. Last 3. Any back pain, you imprint that spine. Last 2. Keep it. Open, close, open, close, open, close. You have 7. 6, deepen that tummy. 4, 3, 2, lift that chest, and done. Whew. When you're ready, you'll rock yourself up to a seated position. Hi, Kay. Hi, Stacy. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the air conditioner because I forgot to do that, and I'm cracking a sweat already. You are going to move on to the side lying glute series. You're gonna lie on one side. I'm on my right elbow. If you wanna mirror me, that's fine. Pull the knees in about hip height, a little bit lower. The bottom knee stays bent. The top thigh lengthens long. I'm gonna flex that heel. Bring your thumb, give yourself a thumbs up, you're doing great, to the bottom of the rib. Your index or middle finger to the top of the hip. Notice if your hip is behind the rib, push it forward. We zip the belly in, press out of that bottom arm, lift the top thigh, and lower. Stretching the hip bone, then lifting the thigh. Your knee and toes stay facing straight ahead. You're trying not to sink in the bottom shoulder, but to stay lifted. Feel free to look over your right shoulder if the neck is bothering you. But if you want more, you bring the top elbow up to the ceiling with the hand behind the head. 5 more times. You can always lay all the way down, making it a little bit of sleepy Pilates. Last 3. Less arm stability here, but we're focusing on the glutes, so you don't need your arms. Last 2. Keep it lifted. This last 1. You take it up an inch, down an inch. You have 9, 8, almost there. 7, check in with the ribs. Make sure you're stacked onto the hips. 5, 4, last 3, 2, last 1. Rest for a moment. Give your booty some love. It does so much for us. We're working the serratus and we're working the glute minimus and medius. But if you're on the elbow, yes, you are working your serratus. Gonna lift the top thigh, bend the knee into a tabletop position. Ankle is in line with the knee, 90 degrees. Exhale, stretch the thigh back in line with the seam of your pant. I like to have my top arm lengthened because it allows me to make sure my ankle goes in line with the hip. Getting deeper into those glutes. That's just number 3, and my butt is on fire. 4, 5, 6. You won't do any pulses on this variation. 5, 4. Hello, booty. 3, 2. Last one. Woo, and rest for a moment. We gotta work for it. We can do anything just for a little bit of time. We do hard stuff all the time. Let's be intentional with this hard. I'm gonna lift the thigh up and hold it. Hip sits back. Sweep that front thigh forward. Point, lengthen the ankle in line with the hip. Flex. Exhale, sweep it forward, point, lengthen it back. This is 3. If you hate it with a straight leg, you bend the knee and take the thigh forward. Breaks are more than welcome. My butt is on fire, but I know it's so good to me. Whew. Halfway there. Last 4. 3, 2, last one, and rest. We only have one more thing to do here. I want you to bring the top knee above the bottom so they're stacked up. You're gonna take your clamshell and keep it lifted. One hand goes behind the pelvis, no movement there. Pulse the top thigh back and back like you're twerking. You have 8, 7, pull those abs in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy glutes. We do have another side to do, but we're gonna move on into a arm/ab series. The wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are under the hips, and your toes are tucked under. If your wrists are sensitive, you fold that mat over, reaching the sit bones up to the ceiling. Feel the shoulders sinking down, no shoulders in the neck. Your tailbone stays in neutral, not arching too much, but definitely not scooped. Don't change anything. Exhale, zip in the belly, pick the pelvis off the floor, and lower. Your knees only hover off the mat. So the knees and ankles are in a straight line the best as you can. Feel the shoulder girdles engaging. Zip the belly and lift those hips. Moving with precision, like the decline incline. 5, 3, 2, hold it. You have 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. Sit back into your child's pose. Rest for a moment, shaking your head, releasing that spine. We're gonna find our way back into that all four position. It's up to you. You can keep the knees down, but if you want more of a challenge, you lift the knees up and hold. You're taking the stretch with one leg back, pull it in, other thigh stretches back and in. Your pelvis stays facing the floor the whole time. This is 4, 6. Remember, the knees can come down. Do whatever you need to hold the form. When the knees are down, it's less arm engagement, but it is easier to move from that midline powerhouse. Always pulling the belly in before you move the thigh. You're gonna keep the right thigh lengthened, stretch the left thigh. Hold it for 8, 6, 3, 2, bend the knees. Sit back into that child's pose for just a moment, shaking the head no and yes. We're gonna move on into a pike. So tuck the toes under, lift the hips up. Come back to your bear plank and then your pike. You have your bear plank and your pike. Make sure those knees are dropping right under the hips. The shoulders hover those wrists. You have 5, 6, 7, really dropping the heels to the floor. 8, 9, keep the hips lifted. This last one, wide elbow push up. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come down, sit into your child's pose for a moment to chill out. If you have any questions or any wonderings, please write it in the link in the chat. She's so persuasive, they never wanna. She's so flirtatious. How does it feel to be so persuasive? They never wanna. She's so flirtatious. Yeah, we're not going to say nasty things. Okay, we're gonna take that all again. All again. Taking the bear planks first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, smaller the better. 9, 10. Hips come up. Back to your bear plank. Hips go up. Back to the bear plank. 3, 4, 5, 6, more than halfway there. 8, 9, hold it, wide elbow push up. 10, 9, inhale as you bend, exhale, press away. Last 5, drop those heels. 3, 2, 1. Rest. I'm going to come down to my elbows for the next variation. We stretch the right thigh, stretch the left thigh, hold it for 10, 6, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. Bend the knees, sit back, slowing down the breathing. We're gonna hit your other booty cheek. Yes, other booty cheek. Here we go. This time, your left elbow or the opposite elbow comes onto the mat. The knees are bent a little bit lower than the hips. Bottom leg stays bent. Stretch the top thigh. Make sure the ankle is in line with the hip. Check them with your rib, hip. Make sure they're stacked up in a line with your elbow. Lift the top thigh and lower. Lift the top thigh and lower. Growing out of that bottom rib. No sinking in. This is 4. 6, 7. Always lifting the belly in before you lift that thigh. 9. Keep it lifted. Going down an inch, up an inch. For 9. 8. Keep that hip long. 7. Tummy in. Press out of that bottom armpit. Last 5. Make sure the right ankle is in line with the seam of your pants. Last 3, 2, last 1, and rest for a moment. Remember, if you want more, you bring the opposite hand up to the ceiling. You're gonna hold it there. Our next variation is that leg sweep. I just wanna make sure you can see me in that I'm not cut off. Thank you for your wholesome comments, by the way. And again, if you have any questions, please let me know. We're gonna lift the top thigh. We take that leg press and lengthen it out. You have 9. Make sure you're in tabletop, knee in line with the hip, ankle in line with the knee. Last 5. 6, 7, hopefully you feel that side booty. 8, 9, almost there. 10, woo, no pulse there. My glutes are very tired. I hope you're feeling the same way too. Just gonna move the reformer over a little bit because my legs need more space. We're gonna move on to that leg sweep. I'm going down for sleepy Pilates in the upper, but hot Pilates on that bottom. Lift the top thigh. Inhale, sweep it forward. Point, exhale back. I lied about the breathing. You exhale on the way forward. You inhale as it lengthens back. This is 3, 4. Always tightening that core set. 5, 6. Hip reaches back as the thigh reaches forward. 2 more times. 9. Last 1. Lower the thigh, bend that top knee to kiss the bottom. We're gonna take the clamshell and hold it. Hand behind the hip, pulse that thigh up and up. You have 8, 7, keep the hip stacks for 5, 3, 2, done. Party time in those glutes. Push yourself up to a seated position. We are going to move on to round 2. We have more abdominals. These abs, we're going to start in a tabletop position. There will not be any abdominal curls. Lay down, bring the knees at table, hands stay flat on the floor. We started class with a single leg toe tap, just like this. If you want to go back to that, you totally can. If you would like more, you take both thighs down as you exhale. Inhale, draw them back up. Opening the collarbones, finding that best posture. Tabletop, your knees can be together, or you can externally rotate, releasing the hip flexors. Most important thing, your tummy stays tight. So maybe you're just lowering a tiny bit and then back up. But you're doing a pulley system with your abs and the thighs. Three more times. Ribs stay heavy, shoulder blades smushed against the floor. Last two. One more time. Bring both knees and rest for a moment. Circling those thighs. Reverse the circles. If you need a little less, bring your left foot on the floor, stretch the right thigh to a tabletop. Ankle goes up to the ceiling, back to table. Ankle to the ceiling and table. Tailbone stays heavy. You're activating your lower abdominals as you stretch the ankle up. If there is back pain, tuck the tailbone under, maintaining an imprinted spine, meaning your pubic bone is reaching up to the ceiling. Last four, three, two, keep the thigh bent. Place that leg down. If you were doing both legs, you're gonna give me 10 more, stretching up. Exhale as you lengthen, inhale as you bend. Yes, you're working your core, but you're also stretching the back of that thigh, the hamstring. 4. Make sure the kneecap is facing straight ahead, in line with your nipple. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. You take your knee and place it back down. When you're ready, both knees will come to tabletop, but you always have the freedom to keep one down. We single leg stretch. Bring it back in. If you want more, you take that ab curl. This is 3, 4. Try to lift up higher, getting those shoulders off the floor if you want that. Last 4. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Choose your hard. 5. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, bring it in. You have 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch the right thigh again. You lower and lift. You have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest for a moment. We only have one more variation here, and then we will move on to another arm series. Woo woo! Yes, get excited. Moving on, just like Whitney said, bring the right knee in, bring the left knee in. Then stretch the ankles to the ceiling. You lower the thighs and lengthen. Lower and lift. Keep zipping your belly button in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees. Give yourself that massage, circling the thighs, massaging that lower spine. Reverse. Rock yourself up to a seated position. And we're gonna come back into that all four position. But this time the knees are slightly pressed back so your hips come forward. We'll start with a deltoid push-up, bending the elbows wide, and then press away. This is 2. If you want a full push-up, it's your world. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold this last one. Down an inch, up an inch. 2, 3. Press those armpits down. 4. Halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Arms are not fun to train, but they're fun to have strong arms. We're gonna go back in a moment to that all four modified plank position. I'm rolling my mat under so my knees don't feel that much pressure. Wrist as wide as your shoulder heads, hips forward. Tricep push-up. It doesn't matter how much you bend, but keep those elbows close and stretch. 2, inhale, bend, exhale, press. 4, tight elbows. 6, more than halfway there. 7, 8, 9, hold it this last 10. 9, 8, tighten those elbows. 5, 4, 3, 2, out of there. Woo! I won't make you do that again because that was hard for me too. You're gonna find your way up to a standing position, and we are gonna move on to some more legs. More legs, more legs. I'm facing the camera. I'm gonna come closer to the left half of my mat. Keep your left thigh in parallel. Hands come to a prayer position. Step out to the right. Kick off that leg, bring it in. You have 2. I'm gonna do it to the side so you can see my hips shoot back and up. 4, I'm gonna stretch on the left thigh. 5, 6, 7, 8, keep going. 9, hold it down there. 10, come up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Maybe the hands are behind the head. My inches are way too big. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick out of that side. Take a little walk to the other side of your mat. I'm gonna do it to the other leg. Side lunges. Working that glute medius and minimus. Very important to walking and having no back pain. Find your prayer position. When you're ready, both legs are in parallel. Take a huge step to the left, sit your booty out. Kick off the leg, bring it in. 2. Always zipping the core in. Tummy is afraid of your thighs. 6, 7, you're almost there. 8, remember to sit those hips back. 9, I'm losing my balance. Hold it. Come up an inch, down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, almost there. 4, 3, 2, press off the leg, bring it back in. I'm gonna face the side so you can see my form. We are moving on to a squat, a classical squat. Okay, your feet are as wide as your mat. If you have those weights, this is a great time to pick it up, to adding more weight to that load. Sit your booty out, bend the knees, push the hips forward, lift the heels, lower the heels. Maybe the hands come to a prayer position, booty out, bend the knees stay over those ankles, stack it up. This is 3. If you hate the releve, don't do it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, still kegeling here. 9, keep the hips back. You go up an inch, down an inch for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, hold it. You have 9, 8, 7, hips go back, 5, 4, 3, 2, stack it up. Release the arms to the hips, walk your hands, your feet closer together. We're going to take a split squat, thinking of our lunge. Step the right thigh back, drop the knee to the floor, shoulders over the hips, more glutes. Falling. We're gonna try that again. If your shoulders are over the hips, more glutes, shoulders over the thigh, more thigh. And then you're gonna stand up, bring that foot in again. Stay with the same leg. Right thigh back. That front knee stays over the ankle. This is 5. 6, feel the big toe, pinky, and the heel, anchoring down with that left ankle. 8, 9, hold this next squat, 10. You go up an inch, down an inch, up and down. You have 8, maybe the front heel lifts. 6, 5, tummy in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the front heel, stand up on the front thigh. We just have to do it to the other side, and then we're gonna stretch, and you're on with your day. Stretch that back leg, find your balance, hit that squat, stand up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keeping both hips squared to the front. 4, just a pulse coming up. 3, whew. 2, hold this last 1. Lift the front heel if you want. You have 10 little pulses. 9, 8, 7, 6, open those collarbones. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the front heel, stand up. You made it. Get rid of your weights if you still have them. You're gonna reach the arms up to the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, wide arms, chin into the chest, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Shaking the head no and yes. Grab opposite elbows with your hands, and you're gonna sway side to side like you're a grandfather clock, or whatever feels good to you. Drop the hands, find your way down to the floor, gracefully and with dignity always. You're gonna lie all the way down. Bring one leg into the chest, grabbing behind the calf, grabbing behind the shin by the calf. Maybe you're up by the ankle or the toes, or maybe you're down by your thigh. Most important thing, your tailbone is heavy. Stretching the back of that hamstring, cross the ankle over the thigh, pull that leg in that was on the ground, not forcing anything, just breathing into the tightness. Taking it as data and not judging yourself. Place the foot down, uncross the ankle, belly in, grab behind the other thigh wherever you want, wherever you're able to keep your form. You could flex the foot to get deeper into that hamstring. Cross the ankle, grab behind the bottom thigh. There's always a side that's a little bit more sensitive or tight. We don't judge it. We just move and breathe through it. Release the foot, both feet on the ground, stretching the legs long. One hand on your heart, other hand on your belly, stay laying down. You're gonna exhale all that air out of your lungs completely. Empty out those lungs, hold the air out for 4, 3, 2, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that breath for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it out for 4, 3, 2, one last time. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that breath for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. As you do that breath on your own one last time, I want you to take a moment to sit with the strength you just built. This isn't just about the body, it's about being ready to receive what you've been calling in. We're in the 8-8 portal time, y'all. With Mars now in Libra and the moon shifting into Aquarius in a few days, reflect on how can I move with both intention and innovation? What needs to shift for me to align with the future I envision? You just made space for expansion. Stay open, stay ready. I'll see you in the next class, or book a private if you want to go deeper. Happy hump day, y'all.